Hey, what's good with everybody? It's B New saying what's up to everybody tonight before the game tip off tonight. This is going to be a very important game for both teams tonight because, of course, if the Lakers win, they can go up 3-1 in the series and take a commanding lead. And if Denver wins, then they can tie the series up 2-2. So tonight will be a very, very crucial game. I'm sure Denver's probably looking at it. I even heard Jamal Murray say, "Hey, we should easily be up 2-1." Which he's right, because if Anthony Davis doesn't make that shot, the Denver Nuggets could be up 2-1. But then again, Anthony Davis could have missed that shot. It could have been 1-1, and the Lakers could have came out and smacked y'all the next game. So we don't live by what ifs. We don't, that's not how you approach sports. You just take it one game at a time, and I think that's what the Lakers are good at doing. I think that's what LeBron James is good at doing. He has a short-term memory, so I think he's going to get out there and just, forget about the past game and just go ahead and focus on tonight's game and tonight matchups. And I think it's going to be a whole different attitude coming from the Lakers tonight, because I think being down by so many was a big wake-up call to them. When they pushed it so much to come back and get back into it in the fourth quarter and had a couple of turnovers at the end where they actually could have won, they think they could be up 3-0 right now to what, how that game ended and how it played out towards the end. I'm getting sick and tired of Frank Vogel right now with some of his coaching decisions. Like when he decided to go small ball in the second quarter instead of bringing in Dwight Howard behind JaVale, I think that's a huge mistake. I think what he needs to do right now is start Dwight. I think he's just stuck. I don't know what it is, why he's stuck on JaVale McGee so much. JaVale McGee been a great player. I mean, LeBron can make anybody look good. So, I mean, he get easy lobs. He plays pretty good defense and everything, so don't get me wrong. But I think Dwight Howard is in Jokic's head, mentally. And I think he has a bigger physical advantage on him. And Dwight Howard isn't too bad in pick and roll defense. Dwight Howard is pretty smart. He knows when to get back to his man. He knows when to switch off. I noticed that, from Dwight Howard just watching him the past few games and throughout the season. I mean, he is a former Defensive Player of the Year, and that's just not because he know how to block shots and he's a big physical specimen. It's because he has a high defensive basketball IQ. So I would love to see Dwight Howard out there at the beginning, because he does have a much higher basketball IQ than JaVale McGee when it comes to the defensive rotations. And he does bring a lot of energy. And with that being said, I wouldn't mind seeing Rondo a little bit more so he can guard Jamal Murray. I know that's probably not going to happen. We're going to continue to see LeBron start at point, which that's fine, because LeBron is more of a facilitator and does need to have the ball in his hands a lot. So it's kind of like a waste to have Rondo out there starting with him. He can still play with him at certain points during the game, depending on the lineup. So, that all depends. But at the end of the day, I still would like to see LeBron James and AD do a lot more pick and roll tonight. I haven't seen them do too much in the pick and roll action at all. I went back and looked at some numbers and did some analysis. They only run like 16 or 17 pick and roll plays the whole time, with LeBron and AD running the pick and roll. And the times that they ran it, it's been relatively successful because they can do what they want, because AD can roll strong to the basket and LeBron is great, can find them with a bounce pass, or he can find them on the lob. Also, AD is perfectly capable of picking, popping, and LeBron always know the right play. So even if they double him on the roll, LeBron can get easy points going to the hole, or either draw the contact and go to the line. So I think I would like to see a lot more pick and roll action tonight. That's something I'd be curious of. I just hope that Vogel doesn't get stuck in these same rotations that he keeps doing, because obviously Mike Malone is making adjustments, just like he did when he played the Clippers, just like he did when he played Utah. That first game is a fill-out game, but by the third game, he's a pretty smart coach to where he knows what he needs to do defensively, and he knows what matchups he needs to make as far as his rotations. And his team brings great energy, and they have a lot of confidence. But with all that being said, I'm expecting the Lakers to come out tonight and have a big performance just because of the letdown from last week. I'm thinking that they're still going to have energy. LeBron might be a little bit fatigued, playing day on, day off, day on, day off at age 35. And I did see a little fatigue with him in the past couple games in the latter of the second half. But whenever you spot a team 18 to 20 points and you're trying to come back, then you're going to expend a lot of energy trying to get back into the game, because that's just the way that it is. So I would expect LeBron to come out tonight and probably just try to pick and choose to get his teammates involved early on, and then try to get his as the quarter progresses, and then just try to have a fill 'em out game to see how that goes. I would like to guard Jamal Murray a few times, especially on that pick and roll action with Jamal Murray and Jokic, just to see how they can switch off of one another, because I think LeBron is perfectly capable getting caught on the switch of guarding Jokic if he needs to, and if he can fight through the screen and stay on Jamal Murray, I think he can give him fits. Even though I know Jamal Murray can probably at this point in his career get past LeBron, he's not going to be able to get past him too easy. And when he does, then you're going to have either Dwight or JaVale waiting down below him on the weak side to bring that help if need be. So I'll be real curious to see, what Vogel does tonight. So far, if I had to give coaching, I had to give the edge to Malone in the coaching category. And that does surprise me a little bit with Vogel's experience and having been coaching in the playoffs. But then again, look at Malone's experience as well, as far as him having coached LeBron for so many years, for 5 years in Cleveland. So I would think that he does know LeBron James as a player and some of his nuances and things of that nature and what he can do to frustrate LeBron and things like that. But I will say this Denver's a hell of a team. They know how to spread the ball out, and they got tremendous talent to be such a young team. I'm looking forward to the game tonight. So like and comment below what you think the outcome going to be. Feel free to leave comments throughout the game. Maybe we'll go live here. It just all depends. But I just say if I had to pick tonight, I'm going to still have to go Lakers, even though, of course, and I'm not going to say anything about the officiating and how sometimes officials might want to stretch these series out and things of that nature. I'm not going to go there. That's for another video and another time. But I would have to say that the Lakers going to come out, punch them right in the mouth, go up and just keep a steady lead over the course of the game. I don't see it getting too bad out of control either way. I can see both teams being up by 5 or 6 through the course of the game. I can see being a tight game in the fourth quarter, and then the Lakers just really taking control down the stretch with their physicality, especially on defense. Now, if the Lakers can turn it up defensively in the third quarter when they come out of the locker room and really put a clamp down on Denver and shut them down the way I know they're capable of doing, and not give them these 30-point quarters and just say, you know what, we're going to go out and give you a 25-point quarter, then I think the Lakers will definitely prevail. So I'm going to go Lakers by 7 tonight, and we're going to see how that plays out. So like I said, like, subscribe, share, put your comments down at the bottom, and we can go from there. And once again, I'm going to tell you, Big B New saying right on to the real and deaf to all you fakers. I'm out.